Hello, everybody. Hello, Fumika-san.
Hi.
Don't you like this new place?
Yeah, look at it.
We're on the top of the skyscraper.
300th floor.
300th floor. Yes, on way on top of Tokyo.
Mm-hmm. I love
Beyond
it.
the clouds.
Yes. It feels so free. Like it's like,
Yeah.
I love it.
yeah, I knew you would love it. So this is why I chose this place. I blindfolded you and took you here, and you know.
I love it.
Amazing.
Yes.
So we're gonna change places from now on, you know, because to make it exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which place do you want to go? Is there a request from you? Maybe I can answer some of your requests.
Oh, in the future you're gonna take. Oh, you know where I want to go?
Yeah.
Arizona, or like the
Arizona?
No, you know, like
What?
the rocks, like the mountains. I can't remember what the official name was.
Arizona.
It's like a power spot.
Okay, it's not Grand Canyon.
No, not Grand Canyon.
That's in Nevada.
Yeah, that's Nevada.
Arizona rocks.
Yeah, I think it was
Rock
Arizona.
mountains.
Yeah, or
Huh.
it's just like
something canyon.
Yeah, not a Horseshoe Bend.
Horseshoe Bend.
Maybe that's not Arizona.
Okay.
It's in the
so that's
States.
where you want to be.
Yeah, like
Horseshoe
that
Bend.
would be so pretty if we were able to visit there and have our conversation there.
In a nice table like this.
Yes.
In the middle of the Horseshoe Bend.
Yes.
What is that place? It's like a lot of rock.
It's just nature, and it looks like it's like a horseshoe shape
Okay.
river. No, maybe it's not a river, but yeah.
So there's
it's
some
just-
green outside.
No green. It's just
No
all
green.
rocks.
It's all rocks.
Rocks like the Rock Mountain type of.
Wow. So
I'm not really-
it's like if you have the rivers, it's like the Grand Canyon, right?
Exactly. So that would be somewhere. Like
Wow.
I've never
Have
actually.
you ever been there?
No, I've never been there, and I've never actually looked it up in detail. So I'm not even sure if it's a river, but I just know it's just so pretty when I see pictures. It's
Okay.
like
Wow.
yeah. So maybe
There's some place like that in Japan as well.
is there?
Yeah. It's a place called Akiyoshidai.
Where's that in Tokyo? Not
Akiyoshidai
Tokyo.
is in Yamaguchi Prefecture. And well, it's not entirely rocks, but it's like a vast area with nothing and just rocks here and there. Maybe it's volcano, I don't know, but it's rocks everywhere, and you sort of feel like you're not in Japan. It's so vast.
Is it a place that people can visit?
Yes. And there's a Shonyudo in that place.
Shonyudo.
Shonyudo? I don't know.
that?
I said it like English.
I know. I was like a what noodle?
It's
a
Japanese. Shonyudo is like a cave you go into, and you have like rocks sticking out. You know. It's a cave,
It's
basically,
a cave.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with strange-shaped rocks sticking out here and there, and it's really deep. And I guess there's some water inside.
Oh, so it's probably really cold if you actually go there inside.
If you go inside,
Because a lot of times when you go into caves, like, you know, it's so hot outside, but the deeper you go into a cave,
okay.
it gets really cold.
Yeah, it shuts out the sunlight, and yeah, maybe it is. I forgot.
So you've actually gone?
I've gone.
Okay.
When I was in high school, so 20-some years ago. It's an exciting place, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should go there in your next summer.
I've never
break.
heard of it, but yeah, we'll try maybe. But in Japan, there's another place. Can I Tottori, the sand dune?
Yeah.
What was that? Do you know what
Tottori Sakyu.
Sakyu, yeah. That's a place I've never been. I want to go.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm like craving to be just like in nature and surrounded by like nature.
So maybe Hokkaido.
Why Hokkaido?
It's vast. and right around in the middle, or the northern part, or the eastern part, you have a lot of nature.
Maybe I'm not looking for like green nature.
Okay, brown nature. You're looking for rocks,
Yeah.
like Mars type kind of
Probably.
nature.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just like, I need the power of like, I don't know, the brown nature.
Ha.
That's really weird.
That's weird.
I've never.
Sand, dirt, rock. That you are attracted to.
Right now, I think I am. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of mental state you're
I know,
in.
I don't either. Like while I'm speaking about this, I'm just like, wow, that's really weird. I need to go and look it up. I need to go and look up what I'm going through right now.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on food. I like brown food. Fried food.
Tonkatsu.
Meat. Yes. Pork cutlet,
all the heavy stuff.
steak. Yeah. Potatoes, everything like that.
You agree
I
with
don't like the
food.
green stuff.
I prefer green stuff for food. Yes.
I get depressed when I see too many green on
No,
that.
it's so good. I had a salad this morning.
You had a salad?
And a smoothie. I was like craving
Oh, yeah,
all the
well,
green
that would
stuff.
be so depressing. From the morning.
It's so good.
Yeah? I like karaage from the morning.
No way. Are you
Fried
serious?
chicken. Oh, yeah. Fried chicken, fried pork cutlet.
No.
Ideal.
No. Oh man, just imagining that is just making me feel really heavy.
The thing I wanted to talk about is, have you ever been to a stand-up comedy show? A Western stand-up comedy show?
A long time ago. It was in Japan.
Okay.
They had like a comedy night, English
It was
comedy.
a tour of a...
Not a popular one.
Okay.
Not like a popular
like
comedian or anything. It was just like a local
performance, like amateur entertainers
yeah,
as
an
well?
amateur one, yeah.
Okay.
But it was a really long time ago, so I can't really remember.
I was surprised because I went to a show where there were maybe three performers, right? And the main performer had like an hour. The first guy had maybe 15 minutes, the second guy 20 minutes, and then an hour. So 90 minutes, entirely sexual jokes.
All three of them.
All three of them, right? And that I was surprised, and the crowd was roaring with laughter, and it's funny, but then I'm starting to crave for some other kind of jokes as well. When the routine, the program is entirely sexual, so I was wondering, what this obsession with sexual jokes is. One thing that I felt was that maybe it's more strict in America than Japan concerning everyday conversation, sexual jokes. So in Japan, people are changing little by little, but you encounter situation where the older guy is cracking up sexual kind of jokes, right?
Yeah, it's more common, or it's just more daily in Japan.
Yeah.
Even just like in magazines or newspapers, it's just more common in Japan.
Right, you see on like
exactly.
subways, right?
Back in the days, it's like, but yeah, I don't know.
So maybe the line of inappropriateness is softer in Japan compared to places like America or US. And so when you go to a comedy club, you go there expecting something that you can't listen to outside. And so you go there craving for dirtier stuff in places like that. That was my assumption.
But maybe it's not just like the sexual topic, but also just like, racism and just like taboo types of topics, I feel like are often openly discussed and, talked about at comedy shows.
Right.
And a lot of times probably the comedians, maybe when you went also, it's not that they talk about other people, but it's usually their own situation, right?
Yeah.
Because then it would probably be a problem if they were like talking about it.
Especially like racial and religious matters,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. But
But anyway, so that's the difference I felt when I went to a comedy club. And when I thought about it, Rakugo had some erotic stories, or in Japanese we say bare banashi. Bare banashi is for erotic story. And
what does bare mean?
Bare.
Is that like a word?
That's a word.
Is it
that's like a special word that we use in Rakugo.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like eroi. Like eroi means erotic in Japanese.
Yeah.
But
so that's from I guess English, right?
Yeah.
Eroi.
Erotic. But then so bare is like similar to that?
Similar.
It's like a word that is used
almost
only in
equal.
Rakugo?
I think so.
Or like it's really old then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't use that in a normal conversation.
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, your body.
I've never heard of that. But maybe that's what they used to say because ero is
Maybe.
like
Yeah, ero is-
American,
yeah.
you know.
So in the old days, they would say skebe.
Ah, that's right. What is that?
Skebe ne.
Skebe, what does that mean? Skebe.
Skebe. Skebe is like, so the character for skebe is taskeru, right? So help, and be is flat, right?
Okay.
Help flat. I have no idea. I have no idea where this word came from.
Skebe. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but barebanashi.
Okay.
And so
You've never done any kind of barebanashi on any...
in here, right?
In here, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been trying to keep myself appropriate for this program.
But you're going to do it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And so barebanashi is like erotic story, and also shimoneta for comedy. The words, well, you use it in daily life, right? Shimoneta. Shimoneta is like basically dirty in both ways. So dirty jokes in general. So really just messy, nasty, dirty, grotesque, dirty, and erotic, dirty, both. So I do a shimoneta performance every year because I think that I need to cultivate that part of the culture as well as Rakugo performer.
How is the outcome for that type of show that you do?
Outcome.
Is there a lot of people that come, or is it like half full, or
Yes,
what's
well, it's
surprisingly
one of the most popular.
Really?
Yeah, among the shows I do.
Wow.
And what's surprising is that I have been doing that for about 5 years, every year, and every year the turnout is basically 70% female, 30% male.
Really?
Yeah. And sometimes it's 80% female, 20% male.
Wow.
And that was what was surprising for me as well. But it seems that female audience is more open to laughing out loud with erotic jokes than
really? Okay.
male audience. I guess the male audience wants to hide it for themselves, like make it closed rather than openly share it with other people. And I make it a point that it's the jokes are the kind that could be shared by both men and women, and old and young. So I would, if your kids reach middle school age, I would highly recommend it.
Okay.
as a part of education. Yes.
Okay.
But so for that story, for that part of the my repertoire, I make some original stories.
You make original stories.
Yeah, I
wow.
make my original stories, and I set up a theme for every year. First year was dolls. Love dolls.
Oh, okay.
the theme of my story. Second year was condoms. The third year was SNM. So these topics I choose every year.
For your Shimoharu.
Yeah, for my Shimoharu shows.
Sure, yeah.
And now, so aside from that, there are some classical erotic stories. And among them, some you cannot perform at theaters, normal theaters now. And I do those, I pick those stories for Shimoharu performance.
You're
But-
allowed to do it at your Shimoharu?
Yeah, because I tell
Show?
people that this is going to be an erotic
Okay, so you're
erotic
preparing them.
performance.
I
Yeah.
see, okay.
So they won't, please, if you don't like those, please do not come.
Yeah.
So, but in normal situations, people don't know that. So you can't direct overly erotic stories toward them. And so this story that I'm going to, short one that I'm going to introduce is something that can be performed in a normal performance.
Okay.
Okay, so this story is called Tanmei, which means short life.
Tanmen.
Tanmei.
Not, okay, tanmen.
Tanmei is a type of noodle, right? With vegetable,
Yeah.
hot soup noodle.
Tanmei.
Tanmei.
Okay,
Tanmei.
okay.
Okay. So Tanmei, Hatsan. Hatsan is like Hachigoro, okay? The popular character in Rakugo. Hatsan visits Inkyo-san, the old guy, and says, okay, I heard the news. Have you already heard the news? The master, the husband at Isea died again. It's the third time. What are you saying, Hatsan? Third time? People only die once. Oh, no, I got it wrong. Okay, I have to explain this. I knew Isea from a long time ago, since the previous master's generation. Now, he died a while ago, and his daughter and his wife were left. And since his daughter was grown up, they thought that they needed a husband for her to help the store. So they found a good guy, first husband. Now, he was a very friendly guy, happy guy, and they got along very well. So the mother passed away a while later. They were left alone, but they went well. But then, about a year later, the husband fell ill. He couldn't get up. He became weaker and weaker. And then about half a year later, he passed away. Wow. So the daughter lost her father, mother, and husband almost at the same time. Yes, that's terrible. She was crying, and so they looked around and found her a second husband. And they made sure that he's the kind of guy who would not die, so he's strong. He's like, very buff, no neck, like neck from the shoulder, and like strong guy who would never die. Now, they got along very well. But then, after 2 years, he fell ill, and he couldn't get up. After 6 months, he passed away. Again? Oh, no. And then this third guy was the current husband. Now, he was a handsome, very good-looking, very gentle, nice guy, and they got along better than the first two, even better. When I was working, I saw them eating lunch, and they were face-to-face each other, and the wife sitting properly like this, and then she would serve him a bowl of rice, and then she would go, "Hi," and he would receive it. And then not just that, but she would just pick up every food that they have, and she would go, open your mouth, and the husband opens the mouth, and he eats, and then they would be doing this. So they got along so well. But then, recently, I heard that he was not doing well. Last night, he passed away. So that's what I mean by died 3 times. Iseia's husband. Okay. That is it. Isea is like a big shop. Okay. Wow. How unfortunate. Yeah. The thing is, though, why? I mean, 3 guys that come. I don't get it. And the old Inkyo-san says, okay, that's true. So, but how old is the wife? She's 33. Wow, she's 33. I've seen her, but she doesn't look at that age. She looks much younger. Oh yeah, she looks like 10 years younger. She's the most beautiful lady in this town. Just so attractive. I see. So maybe that is the reason why her husband passed away so soon. What do you mean? Well, I mean, they're rich, right? They're really rich. And they have a general manager at the shop who takes care of everything, so they don't really have to work. Oh, they don't have to work. So they got nothing to do, right? They're bored, right? Yeah. Now, boredom is the key. What? Boredom is the key? Well, okay. So let's talk about lunchtime. She serves him a bowl of rice. She gives him the bowl. He receives it. And when he receives it, their fingers probably touch each other. Well, I wasn't able to see that. Well, no, maybe you weren't able to see it, but it's natural that they touch each other. And when they touch each other, and when the husband looks at the wife, she is the most beautiful lady in town. You see? Tanmei. So he continues. Tanmei is like short life, right? Short life. And he goes like, you see, too much of something causes short life. Too much rice? No, not that. I mean, too much boredom, too much being together, right? And just he gives clues, but Hatsan doesn't understand. And wait, I don't get it. So what are you trying to say? So okay, let's go back to the situation, the lunch situation. She gives him the bowl. He receives the bowl. The fingers touch each other. Now that is very, very dangerous. Hatsan's like, oh, I got it. So she's got some poison in between her nails, and when they touch each other, it goes to the husband's body and he dies. No, it's not that. Okay, so they touch each other, the fingers. Imagine you're the husband, and she's in front of you, and she's giving you a bowl of rice. Now you touch her fingers. Are you gonna stop there? And it's like, what? So your bowl drops from your hands. Okay, what are you gonna do next? And Hatsan's like, okay, I'm gonna pick it up and eat. No, you're not gonna do it. Okay, she's the most beautiful lady in town. You're not gonna pick it up, right? Are you gonna leave it at that? What are you gonna do? And he goes, okay, so you touch, and she's over there, and you touch. Oh, so every time you have a meal together, you don't pick it up, you don't eat the rice. Oh, short life. Oh man, it's gonna be short life. Oh, I knew this. And he's like, okay, wow, thanks for telling me that. And he goes back home, and he meets his wife, and he's like, oh, I went to the old man's place, and I found out why the husbands die so soon. And she's like, what is it? Oh, I'm not gonna tell you. But anyway, I'm hungry, so I want to eat. And she's like, okay, so you got rice over there. Just scoop some rice and eat it yourself. No. Can you serve me some rice? Give it to me. And like, no. You always eat it by yourself. No, please, just today, please do it. And she's like, like a lot of rice, and she puts it there. No, you don't put it there. You hand it to me. She's like, why? Why do I have to? And then she's like, okay, you don't do it like that. You like do it politely like that. But anyways, and then she just goes, give it to him. And he receives the rice, and he's like, okay, I received this bowl, and wait. Oh, I touch her fingers. That's right, that same thing. And I look at her face. Honey, I'm gonna have a long life. This is the punchline.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
That's.
Is that an appropriate line?
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, like
Yeah.
what kind of punchline it would be or what
Yeah.
kind of ending it would be, but it's like, it's a happy ending.
It's sort of a happy ending.
Sort of a happy ending, kind of, yeah, I guess.
Right.
Not, yeah. That's interesting. No, I like it. I like it. Like in between.
Because it's subtle.
It's subtle, yeah. And
you don't voice out the direct words.
yeah. So you leave it up to the imagination, but
Yeah.
the ending is funny. So
The only person who's not funny is the wife herself.
yeah. Because she's looked at it and she's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, but I guess you definitely have to have the audience prepared about what's coming, kind of.
No, but this story is something that you can perform at a place where the audience is not prepared.
You can.
So
do
this is
one.
probably the line.
I see. Because you're not.
Because
because if I didn't because from the beginning I was kind of like, okay, so where's the erotic part, like, and I was like, okay, and then I was waiting for it, and you're not like describing it in words, so I was just like, oh, okay, and I was like, am I imagining correctly what I'm supposed to be imagining? So I wasn't really sure.
Yeah,
but that's
I guess
why
that's a way to enjoy the story. So we make it very, very subtle, and some of the more Shimoneta stories are more obvious. And those, we have to get the audience prepared that they're going to get that kind of story.
So I think because I knew it was going to be kind of like a borderline story, I was actually waiting for it to be like more, more erotic.
It could
just like
have gone to that level if I chose different words or different ways of delivery. But I try not to do it with this story. Some sort of elegance is required in this story.
So if I wasn't prepared for it, I might not have imagined what I was trying to imagine. So that's why it could be appropriate for like a normal show, you mean? I see. So this is like a traditional story. And do other people do it too?
Other people do it.
Tanmei.
Yeah. So a new word to remember.
A new word to remember.
And chome. Chome is the punchline in Japanese.
Oh, I see.
Ah, ka, ora chome da.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have a long life. Yeah, but this is the first time that I did this in English, and I think it works in English as well.
It works in English, yeah.
Yeah, the punchline works as well.
Yeah, because it's not a play on words. It's more about like the subject, the topic.
Yeah. Maybe I should do it.
You should do it.
Doesn't offend the audience.
If there's no kids, because or like they'd be just confused.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
So if there are many kids, I would focus on the part where I say no food. I won't be able to eat.
Yeah.
I drop the bowl of rice and then I won't touch it again. No food. I get starved.
So that's why it was actually a little bit confusing because I was kind of waiting for something like erotic. Like I was like, this could also lead to the thought of because he wasn't eating, he has a short life, right? So is that on purpose?
Sort of on
Kind of.
purpose.
Okay.
For today, you know.
I see. You wanted to make it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. You can kind of like change the way you make it softer. Or...
I would sort of leave that out if I wanted to make it more erotic centered.
I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it was a little bit confusing for me in between because I was like waiting for like something more.
Yeah.
But it makes I see.
In this story, the erotic part only happens in the audience's minds. Yeah, if you do it properly. So that's a fun part.
It's interesting. Oh.
I'll probably introduce some of my original stories in the future. People are gonna.
Is that borderline?
Oh, it's way beyond.
Okay. We'll see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna want to hear it.
Yeah, it's actually on my YouTube channel. If you want to see, it's in Japanese. But the story's name is White Rose, Shiroi Bara. It's a cute.
It's
story.
A cute one. Okay.
It's a cute one. Yeah, and I sneak that in one of the stories. So if you're interested, please watch. Yeah. So this was about. Well, where did we start from? We were
like everywhere today.
The scenery and what? Oh, where you want to go? So you like rocky places.
And then you were talking about your stand-up comedy experience.
Yeah.
And that's where it started. Yeah.
Okay. So next time I have something that I want to talk about.
Okay.
And it's a recent experience that I had, new experience. And I'm going to say it. I went to the Dialogue in the Dark. Wait, is that
Dialogue in the Dark? Yeah.
Yeah, is that correct? Have you ever been?
I've been to it. It's
it
amazing.
was so fun. Yeah, and so much findings. And so I want to talk about that the next time. All right. Okay. So see you again from somewhere else. We will be somewhere, maybe rocky place, somewhere. So see you there. Bye-bye.